Hi guys, this is Mystic Mars here with your weekly Oracle forecast. So I'm a little excited about tomorrow. Do you guys know what tomorrow is? Some of you have already wished me a happy birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday and I'm turning an interesting number. And when more you get live, chatting with me here, I'm curious to see if you could guess what number I'm turning tomorrow. I'll bring it up again, but I want you guys to guess what number I'm turning tomorrow. Some of you know, but tomorrow's my birthday, and if you know what age I'm turning, don't spoil it for anyone because I'm excited that I am turning this number. So hello Denise. So yeah, you know what? Last week that was reversed again. Do you remember? I hope everybody went like this. I know I did. So we had Spider as well, so I'm curious if any of you over the weekend did any creative projects, perhaps writing, perhaps drawing, painting, that kind of thing. Follow your dreams. So in what ways, I asked yesterday, in what ways are you following your dreams right now? This is leaking through into the summertime and all of that. Also, what ideas did you have to put on hold? The Ice Queen kind of froze some of those dreams. Not to say that we had to get rid of them, but more like you can't do everything at once, so some things you're going to have to put on freeze for a minute, you know, things like that. So let me know how your weekends went. Hello, hello. Awesome, you're having a tea while you watch. That sounds fabulous. Awesome. So let me go ahead and pull, I think I'll pull an animal card first to see what energies are assisting us. And you know what, you guys, if reversed that comes out again, I think I will throw my deck out the window or something like that. I mean, it happened twice in a row. Do you remember? It happened last week and it happened over the weekend. We're being bashed over the head with this energy of needing to leave the bat cave and not being afraid of our rebirth, that kind of thing. That's what that was about. But I think that we all learned that lesson. I hope. So let's go ahead and pull an animal card to see what animal is going to assist us. Perhaps more than one will come out. Sometimes that happens. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you very much. Oh, and I'm having you guys guess what age I'm turning tomorrow. Not all of you know, and it's a number I'm pretty excited about because of numerology, so there's a little hint there. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. I'm pulling an animal card, and if that comes back out reversed, I don't know what I'm going to do. But if it comes out non-contrary, I'll be pretty stoked about that because that will definitely mean that the energies have reversed, that we're learning the lessons, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, let's see. We have an animal card here. Another reversal. We are getting so many reversals. We really are. We usually don't get too many. So this is really curious. And when this card is reversed, it's a little bit tricky. So we have Buffalo reversed. So buffalo is basically prayers and abundance and that kind of thing. Abundance because of the Indians Native Americans who had to rely on buffalo for warmth and for food and energy and all of that. So buffalo is prayer and abundance. And the little poem that goes along with buffalo is, Buffalo, you bring us the gifts of life. Hear our prayers, smoke rising like phoenix. We are reborn within the sacred words. So obviously when buffalo is not reversed, it's about abundance. It's about receiving what you need. It's about all of the lovely blessings, all of that. But when he's like this, it's more about not seeking help and assistance when you need it. You know, if you're the type of person who goes, oh, no, I could do it on my own. I don't need anything. I don't need blessings. I don't need prayer or any of that. I have enough and I could do it all on my own, which that's a really empowering stance. But it's also, you're pushing away. You're pushing people away who are ready and willing to help. So here's some questions that you could ask yourself that will help you guide through this contrary energy. And that is, 1, have I forgotten my eternal partner, the Great Spirit? 2, am I pushing myself too fast in the physical world and keeping myself from seeing the importance of reunion with the source of all life? 3, have I forgotten to honor the ways of others and to afford them the same respect that I wish to receive for myself? 4, am I feeling like my life is being used for the highest good at this time? 5, have I forgotten to be grateful for my life, my possessions, my talents, my abilities, my health, my family, or my friends? So it's basically all of that. You know, it is a lot to think about. It really is. what have you cut off from? What are the blessings or abundance in your life that you feel really far removed from? Like, oh no, I no longer have that blessing in my life. These are the things that you need to make peace with. So the ending here is become buffalo. Feel the smoke of prayer and praise. Change your buffalo robe to white so that you may be an answer to the prayers of the world. Lovely, lovely energy. See, it's all good. If we could just figure out how we need help, how to ask for help. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves a bit to ask for help if we're too, egocentric, or if we're too strong or independent, which it's wonderful to be those things. But the strongest leaders are the ones who will receive help from others. That's what I believe anyways. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. So we have Buffalo reversed. Be mindful of abundance and welcome it, and be mindful of all the little blessings you have in your life. That's basically what Buffalo reversed indicates. Just to be mindful of that. So it's not too scary. It's just like, you know what? Think about, count your blessings. That's basically what I'll say, count your blessings. So let me go ahead and pull an Avalon card to see what can, shine the light on this reverse buffalo, and perhaps help us to see what we hold dear, and to see all the blessings in everyday life that we perhaps take for granted. So welcome everybody. As I said earlier, my birthday is tomorrow. Gemini, and so I'm curious if you guys could guess what age I'm turning tomorrow, because it's a number I'm excited for. And if you guys have been paying attention to my numerology, you might be like, oh, I bet I could guess what it is. I bet I could guess the number that she's kind of stoked about to turn. So we'll see. Prayers of abundance will be answered, says Joseph. Yes, awesome, perfect. And okay, we have one Avalon card. This is interesting. So this is the novice. So the novice, when the novice appears, it's a sign of being a beginner in something, taking a step back and being learning something new. It's also a very young energy as well. New skill without practice, unstable curiosity, innocence, beginner, ignorance. Ignorance, it doesn't have to necessarily be a negative thing. You could be ignorant in something and have the desire to not be, the desire to learn. So let me read you a little bit about the novice here, and I hope everyone is having a great Monday so far, and I hope you had a great weekend, because there was a lot of energy over the weekend. We had spider medicine, we had bat reversed as well. So innocence, naivety, foolishness, early knowledge not yet integrated, the ability to see the world untainted, the ability to, these are the aspects of the novice as she appears in your life. The novice is reminding you to be teachable and humble. Teachable and humble. A lot of us, especially in the spiritual communities, we're like, oh, I know what the chakras are. I know what the chakras are. I don't need to know. I don't need to read this. I know what the aura is. I know what this is, that is, this is. No, we have to be curious. We have to keep the flow going of knowledge and of sharing and of learning, because we don't all have the answers. We rely on each other to open up our field of experience and to talk about these things and see what resonates for us. Just try not to be too strict in your beliefs right now. If you don't know something, don't pretend that you do. What I love is when I ask someone something, or I see someone in an interview and they're asked this profound question, they say, you know what, I'm not sure, or I don't know. How often do you hear someone say that? Hardly ever. Usually it's, they kind of make something up if they don't know, or they make it sound fancy, and they try to save face. But it is absolutely okay to say, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. There's power in that. There really, really is. New information is coming, and this is a time to be open to learning and expanding. The novice also reminds you to be like a child and remember the wonder and awe you once had for the world around you, when discovering magic was an essential part of everyday experience. So it's about finding that magic and that curiosity again. Very curious individual who, look at that strong stance. They are relying on their staff for support, but it's very much an action. It's very much kind of an Aries energy to me, just like going forward, the youngster, like wanting to learn something new. So the novice reminds you that you need to stop and ask yourself, what lesson must I learn here? The lesson is always mirrored in the experiences in front of you. Dig deep into the workings of whatever situation you're in, and you don't have to look far for the answers right in front of you. So sometimes it may feel as if you have two left feet and you don't know how to dance, or you're stumbling, you're afraid you're going to be left behind, but it's all right to be in the not knowing. So I love it. It's about integration too. I feel like for some of you, it's about rediscovering things that you thought you knew, but going back to basics with it, because sometimes when we get too, deep into it, we lose the basics of it. And we really need a strong foundation for what we're learning in order to increase the growth. So to me, this is a lot about make sure you're on stable footing. Look at her footing here. Very strong, stable, and adventurous as well. So that's what that's about. And let me go ahead and see what number is going to be assisting us. Hello, welcome everybody. Hello, hello. So let's see what number, if you're just joining us, we have Buffalo reversed. It is time to count our blessings, realize what we built, be grateful for what we have. You can, of course, want more. Most of us do. Most of us have goals and dreams. But you know what? Take a look around and be grateful for what you have so that you could bring more abundance and blessings into your life. And we have the novice. Be like a beginner again. Be like a student again. Like I said, I feel like it's about making a solid foundation for the things you feel like you already know so that you could stand more strongly in them. Yes, tomorrow's my birthday. Yes, yes, yes. And we're going to be traveling in our new bright yellow VW vintage bus and camping, and so that's exciting, taking the dogs with us. And yeah, and I'm turning a special number tomorrow. I don't think anyone's guessed. Maybe you guys are scared to guess what age I am because you don't want to say 62 or something like that. Don't be afraid. You could guess. I will not take offense. So let's go ahead and pull a numerology card, and maybe it's going to pop out the number I'm going to be tomorrow. Maybe. We shall see. I love the numbers. And now my voice is giving out as I'm saying that. Maybe it'll be a throat chakra related card. So, all right, let me go ahead and see what we have here. I should mention that Buffalo is 19. So that equals to 10, which equals to 1 in numerology. And novice is 5. So we have a 1 and we have a 5. The 1 is about kind of finding independence. But again, not pushing away help because you are too independent. You see, the 1 reversed can be like the shadow side of it. So the shadow side of the 1 is being too independent and feeling like you don't need help from anybody else. And the 5 here is wonderful for travel, change, curiosity, learning, things like that. Very much a change, adaptable number. So that's a little bit about that. So I'm curious about what other numbers are going to be joining us this week. I hope it's going to be a bright and sunny week for everybody because we're getting deep into the heart of June. And so, all right. So interestingly enough, okay, we have physical activity. Sometimes we've been getting these like exercise, and we're kind of like, yeah, I get it. All right. So be in your body. It's time to, it may be exercise, it may not, it may just be a simple walk, it may be just getting into the body, things like that. And I'll read you a little bit about that and the affirmation that goes along with this card because I love these affirmations. And this would equal 4, I believe. Let me see, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 13 equals 4. So that's again about foundation building and things like that. I feel like for some of you, you need to be in your body before you could realize the dreams that are up here. You need to be more present before you can manifest the things that are up here, because without grounding and without being in the body and in the 3D, as we like to call it, you can't really accomplish a whole lot. It can be very difficult. So yes, physical activity. It's about the rush of endorphins. It's about bringing blessings into your life. Yet again, we're being reminded, because you attract what you feel. When you constantly feel good, you invite blessings into your life. However, I like to say that don't feel badly about that. Sometimes wording like this upsets me a little bit because it's kind of saying you have to always feel good. You have to always feel good. No, you don't. We're not here to always feel good. We're here to experience a whole spectrum of emotions. There's so many. We're not here to just feel good, although we enjoy that. But you know what? The only way we can learn how to feel good is to see what the opposite of that is. Really, truly. So regular physical activity can better your life in a variety of ways. Yeah. We know all that energy flow, heart, all of this stuff. So the affirmation here is, I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. Easy as that. I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. And if you notice, since this is a 4 and this is a 5, it's kind of like step. It's kind of like physical activity, learn something new. Physical activity, open the mind. That's how I see it anyways. I love working with the numbers like that. And I think I'm going to pull one more Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. I'm kind of getting more into this deck here. This is by Colette Baron Reed, and she's the same one who does Wisdom of Avalon, my favorite deck, where we got the novice from. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one, and we'll see what happens. And I'll read through what you guys are chatting a bit over there. Oh, nobody's guessed the age. Oh my goodness. They are guessing older. Oh no! No, not that old yet. Not quite. Thanks for sharing, Lindsay. Thank you for sharing the video. I always appreciate that. Todd is in a hip-hop dance class. Well, that's perfect for you. That's absolutely perfect for you. That's a fun way of physical activity. Doesn't have to be horrible or a chore. It could be super fun. Denise, get up and move. Yes. Get up and move. Nope, I am not turning 27 tomorrow. Nobody's guessed it. I should do a giveaway for someone for whoever guesses right, except for the fact that you could easily look on my profile and see it. Yeah, exactly. Some of you guys know exactly what age I'm turning, so I was like, don't spoil it for everybody if they don't know. No, and I'll tell you at the end, and I'll tell you why I'm excited about it. And most importantly, I'll tell you why I'm super stoked about it. Yes. So, okay, let me focus here. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. What do we need? I'm going to ask, what do we need to know that right now is in shadow? What needs to be illuminated for all of us here who are watching, for the collective? So, let's see what we need to know. What has been in the shadows? What has not been in the forefront of our mind? What has perhaps been put on hold or not addressed, or almost, I'm getting a sense of, oh, we have two actually. Maybe a sense of things that we just don't want present in our life, or we're not ready to integrate yet. So we have, again, step by step, we have three here. The Spirit Whisperer, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowledge. Oh, goodness. And then we have the Web Weaver, Synchronicity, Divine Intelligence, and Cause and Effect. This is 4. And look at this art, by the way. Lovely. Gorgeous. So since I am not very familiar with this deck, I always like to read a bit of the description. Sometimes it's a little long, so I don't read the whole thing. But let's go ahead and hear what the Spirit Whisperer has to whisper for us this week. So this is about heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through her higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing, just in time, the correct next step. Once again, we have the 4 and the, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one, but we have a 4 and a 5 step. And now we have the 3 and the 4 steps. So very interesting. You need to be mindful of these specific steps in your life. So if your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. Once again, we have the learning. So you may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. So very interesting. It's also about fulfilling your higher purpose, inspired ideas, a very good omen for things like that. So I love that. So let's see how that works with the next thing, which is the Web Weaver, which, guess what? Over the weekend we had Spider, who is the Web Weaver. So once again, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So the Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Once again, don't feel like you're alone. You could ask for help. You are not alone. People want to help you. People want to be around you. Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates, if I could say it, reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity in all events. Magic is afoot for you. So in a relationship reading, this would be about confidence. This would be about coincidence. This would be about potential growth into reality with care and patience. Remember that the web reaches far and wide and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns that you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. So it is about the interconnectedness. It is about uh, assessing what you're putting out, because what you're receiving is a reflection of that. So just be mindful of what you're putting out in your web. And also a little thing I read in one of the cards was about, make sure that your tree is bearing fruit. I feel like I need to say that message randomly, kind of, but sometimes we're like, oh, I wish this, oh, I wish that, oh God, I wish this would happen. This, well, sometimes we don't even see what manifests because we're too busy wishing for the next best thing, and we forget that we're like, oh, I accomplished that goal that I had like a year ago, and I didn't even notice or celebrate it because I'm too busy reaching for the higher fruit, and not realizing the delicious fruit that's just like plopped in front of us. We're reaching and forever reaching higher and higher, which is wonderful, but just like, count your blessings. Take heed of what you're actually picking and what you're receiving and all of that. So that is lovely. You know what? It's about the steps too. Like I said, step. Be mindful of each step you're taking and the effect that they have on those around you, far-reaching or not. You're weaving a web. In every single action that you take, you're weaving a web. So I think it's going to be a really interesting week as long as we're, mindful of this, and we're to get it to go like this. We need to accept help from others and receive blessings from others. This is kind of a heart-based energy of receiving, and you know what? If your heart chakra is too open, I see this in a lot of people. If it's too open, you can't receive anything because it's constantly like, and so nothing can get in, and we're kind of like, well, how come I take care of everybody and no one takes care of me? And it's, well, because you're give, and you're not taking that in. And as healers too, some of you guys are healers, it's very difficult for us to receive. It really is. But if you're not open to it, you don't have that wonderful balance of exchange, and we have to have that for things to work out. So yeah, very, very cool. Very cool spread. I'm excited. And okay, well, I am turning 33. 33 tomorrow. So obviously I'm excited about that because it's a double number. I consider it a master number. Not all numerologists do. Some only consider 11 and 22 to be master numbers, but 33. So let me tell you a bit about that. I feel that your age number is important. Recently I talked about my age number, and someone was like, I didn't even realize that had an effect. And I didn't used to, but in the last year or so, I realized it really truly does. So, this year to me is more about finding balance in domestic responsibilities and juggling work and juggling home. It's a lot about that. It's a lot about nurture. It's a lot about, balance. In essence, balance. Finding balance between the things. 6, 33 is a higher aspect of 6. 6 is that nurture. 6 is, nourishment, the feminine, nourishing, wonderful, flowy, goddessy, motherly type of energy. And I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to experience that. The 5 is more about the adventurer, the wanderer, freedom, all of that stuff. And then the 6 is more like coming home and feeling wonderful in your home and with your family and all of that. And it doesn't have to be boring. I'm not making it sound boring like a homebody or something. No, I'm going to go on many adventures. This is more of a concentration of just responsibilities and owning up to things and being an adult and enjoying it. Absolutely enjoying it. So awesome. Yeah, some of you guys were close. So you guys, yeah. Yep. So I'm curious if you have any thoughts on what came out. Once again, we have Buffalo Reverse. Just be mindful of your blessings and be open to receive. We have the Novice, which is, once again, be open to learning something. It's a lot about being open this week. Be open to learning something new and feeling more confident and steady in the things that you think you already know. We could always refine our knowledge. We can always learn more. We are seekers. We can always learn more. That's how I feel anyways. Spirit whisper, listen to divine guidance. Web weaver, look at the synchronicities and also assess what you're throwing out there in your web and what you're pulling back in to see if you're in the place you want to be. Wonderful. And we did have one more card, but I think I already flipped it over. Oh yes, I was already hiding it because I don't want to do it. It's physical ability. Activity. So no, it doesn't have to be exercise, but it can be. It could be yoga. It could be something delicious like hiking or, swimming or playing badminton. I love to play badminton. I'm not great at it, but you guys saw my cartwheel video. It was pretty scary. But physical activity, you have to get in the body before you can manifest the things that are going on up here. All those little things you want to do, you first have to be a bit grounded in your reality to make those work, to see what the next step is and what you want to do. Cool. I love all the comments you guys are leaving, by the way. Yes. Yep. So awesome. I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'm going to be gone from basically tomorrow to Friday. So I will be here, I believe, for the Friday Oracle. I hope so, because I really am excited about that one. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful week of learning, open-mindedness, open heart, receiving all that good stuff. So I will see you on Friday for the weekend Oracle. Bye, guys.